SEO stands for search engine optimization, and in this video I'm going to go through your very first steps into understanding what it is and how to do it. My name's Elliot. I've been working in SEO for 10 years now, and these are the fundamental steps, the building blocks of every client website, the hundreds of clients I've worked with to rank their websites, and how I rank my own websites at the top of Google. So SEO, search engine optimization. We're going to go through everything here, and I'm going to give you some examples along the way so you can really get a really good grasp of what it is. So generally when people ask me what is SEO, I say I help get people to the top of Google, which is true, but it also now applies to a much wider compass of other search engines. There's even ChatGPT and these AI models that are looking to serve answers to people's questions, but also social media sites, YouTube, Pinterest. These all have search bars on them, and people are searching for answers and products. And so if you can optimize your content in any of these areas, you're kind of doing SEO as well. So SEO is all about answering people's questions. When someone is looking for information, you want to put your business as front and center as possible as the answer to their query. Now, in this video, we're talking about websites specifically, and there's 3 real stages to website SEO to rank in search engines and now AI models. And that's on-page, off-page, and technical. And I'm going to dive into each with examples. So on-page SEO. This is about the website and information and the content that is actually on your website. So every page on your website, every blog post, every word you write can be a part of your SEO and ranking on Google. And there's several real key elements to understand about this. The first is it needs to be high quality information. If you're just putting low quality, unuseful stuff into the world, then it's going to be really hard for you to rank on Google. So that's number one. You always need to be thinking, I'm putting high quality information, not just junk into the world, because let's be honest, the internet doesn't need any more garbage or fake news out there. So we want to be making sure we're always putting the user first and making sure we're serving them in a high quality way. Now, you'll probably have heard of keywords. Keywords are the words and the search phrases that people type into Google. So you could think, for example, you might put into Google, you're looking for some running shoes. So you put in running shoes. That would be your keyword. It's literally the query that you're asking in any search engine. And your job to do SEO is to directly answer these queries. As I said, you want to be served as the solution to someone's problem or question. So in this example, I'm looking for running shoes, and everyone on Google here is competing to come up the top and get me to click on their website to hopefully eventually probably sell me some running shoes. And this is where keywords and directly answering your queries come in. You can see that everyone in their titles here, these are the titles of their page, which they show up on Google, have got the words running shoes in them. And they've got them probably in the little description. Oh, we'll go back one. In the little description underneath here, you can see running shoes, running shoes, running shoes. This person's just put running shoes. This is what's kind of called keyword optimization, and making sure you're using the exact query or keyword that a user is typing into Google in your website titles and within your content. So then if we were to go and click into one of this top listing, for example, we'll use the top one because that's going to be the best performing one. You can see they start to use the word running shoes through their page. You can see in the title there, and we can see as we go down, they have it sort of littered throughout their page naturally where relevant. They're not doing what's called keyword stuffing and just ramming it in everywhere. They're talking about the subject with context and helpful information to the reader. So that's the fundamentals that anyone can do of SEO. It's working out what people are searching on Google, and there's tools you can use to do that, and then answering those queries and using those exact queries and keywords within your content, in your titles of your pages, and in the information you're providing. And that's going to help you align directly with the searcher's intent, so that when a search engine scans your website, it can see that you're using these keywords, you've got high quality information, and the context is right for the person searching. And then it's going to be put into the mix, into the index, to be as a candidate to be served to the user on the first page of Google. Now, that's the very basics that every website should be doing. And then you're probably thinking, well, if everyone's using keywords, how does someone get ranked higher than another? And there's several elements to this. One, the quality of the information and the trustworthiness of a website is really important. But 2 is moving on to the next section, and that's off-page SEO. And that's everything that happens outside of your website. And the main thing about this is getting your business and your website recommended around the internet by trusted sources. Basically, you want recommendations from other websites to your website. This is what's generally called a backlink, or it can just be a brand mention if they don't actually create a hyperlink from their website to your website. But essentially, we want lots of other high quality trusted websites putting hyperlinks from their blog content and their website pages to our pages of our website. And I'll show you an example of that in a second. But essentially, you can think of every backlink as a recommendation or a vote to say this website is good, or this particular page on a website even is good and trustworthy. And Google will see these signals. This was actually the original signal that Google was built on, was backlinks. And it sees these votes, and all things being equal, if everyone had very similar quality of information, signals like backlinks are what they're going to use to decide which website gets ranked above another. Again, I'll show you some examples in a second. So positive search engine signals, and it also helps increase the authority and trustworthiness of your website. So once you have a good authority and trustworthiness score, both in the backlinks you build and the quality of information you build in your niche and industry, it's going to help rank your pages higher. And also when you publish new pages, they're going to rank faster and quicker. If we go to an example of some backlinks, you can see this page here, this Runner's World page we've got that was ranking for running shoes, which is obviously a really great thing to be ranking for. We can go into a tool called SEMrush, and we can actually start looking at this exact page and start seeing, this is an SEO tool that you can use. You can actually get a free 7-day trial. There's a link in my description if you want to try it out. You can start seeing all the analytics behind this exact page. You can see it gets 109,000 search users a month across the world. So it's probably making a lot of money for them. And two, we can start to see the backlinks that other websites are pointing towards them and see why it ranks so highly. And you can see these are all the websites that are linking to this particular blog post on their website. You've got Men's Health, you've got Salomon, you've got Livestrong, you've got all sorts of high quality websites that act as a strong vote. Men's Health, for example, this page on Men's Health, somewhere on this page will be a link back to this website acting as a vote. Now, the third piece of information you need to understand is technical SEO. And don't be scared, because it's not always that technical. Most website platforms now, like WordPress, Wix, Shopify, take care of all the technical SEO for you. So you don't generally need to worry about this for a lot of websites. But essentially, you've got to think of it as the code behind your website. And search engines will read the code. So although you might not see a lot of it, search engines will be able to read a lot of the code. But for basics, without getting too deep into the weeds, you really want to think technical SEO is about making sure your website loads quickly. So when a user clicks on a link like this one, the page loads instantly. There's no risk of me dropping off, okay? So that's going to be a good engagement signal to search engines, and it's going to be enjoyable for users to read. So all of these are positive signs. If users are enjoying and giving positive signals back to search engines, it's going to help maintain and rank your pages higher than if, let's say, I clicked on this page and it didn't load and I clicked back out and went on another listing. That might be a bad signal to send because your page isn't fulfilling a searcher's need, whereas maybe another page is. So happy users help you rank higher and they convert better. So you're thinking about on-page SEO, your content is meeting your potential customers' searches in a high quality, valuable way that solves their problem, whether that's information or a product. It could be either. Off-page SEO is getting recommendations from other websites to your website, and technical SEO, making sure your website's loading fast and it's an enjoyable experience for users to read, and also that search engines can actually crawl and read your website.